Did you know that Soho was once a notorious high-class prostitution district called Frenchtown? From 1870 to 1890, Soho was New York's primary red light district, while Frenchtown, or Little France, was a legitimate ethnic enclave for French immigrants. It became synonymous with the city's vice trade due to its high concentration of high-end brothels and French-style services. And hi, in case you don't know me, I'm Darlene Liebman, a New York City native and a New York City real estate broker. This red light district was around Green, Mercer, and Wooster Streets. By day, the neighborhood featured French bakeries and cafes, but by night it transformed into a den of iniquity. The French label in the Victorian era carried a specific subtext. It was a euphemism for all things considered sexually progressive or sophisticated. The brothels advertised French girls to imply a higher level of luxury and cost, compared to the rougher dives around the areas like Five Points. The architecture of Soho played a vital role in the success of the vice trade. The buildings were designed to look like high society homes, which helped hide the true business of what was going on inside. Most of the houses built on Green and Wooster Streets were built in a Federal or Greek Revival style. To a passerby, they appeared to be homes of wealthy merchants, allowing high-end clients like politicians and businessmen to come and go as they pleased without anyone being the wiser. The parlor floor served as a stage. It featured high ceilings, massive mirrors, and ornate moldings to project an image of wealth and luxury. A night of brothel hopping in the 1870s was highly ritualized and an expensive affair. It was curated as a social experience rather than just a transaction. You didn't just go into a brothel, do your business, and leave. This was an all-night affair of running around to different places to be entertained and check out the merchandise. The night began with a pocket-sized guidebook sold openly at newsstands. It was called the Gentleman's Directory, and it was kind of like a Zagat's but for brothels. These guys reviewed brothels all over town, and they would note all the different attractions each one had, like different types of music, different types of wine, different types of vibe, and the general theme of each establishment. Upon arrival at the brownstone, a visitor would ring the bell and be vetted by the madam. If the visitor was well-dressed and sober, they were ushered into the parlor to drink champagne and engage in small talk with other men of high standing. The women of the house were dressed in evening gowns and would then be introduced. These girls were educated so they could have meaningful conversations with these men, and they also needed to be able to read and write with their rich suitors. The end of Frenchtown came when the cast iron textile warehouses began to move in. As the neighborhood shifted from residential to industrial, the high-class trade moved uptown, leaving the grand parlors of Soho to be converted into the lofts and galleries we see today. Soho has reinvented itself numerous times over the years, but it's never lost its edge. It's a neighborhood where history and luxury are gold-plated. If you're ready to find your own piece of real estate in this legendary district, you should reach out to me and we can work together. Because in New York City, the only thing better than knowing its history is owning a piece of it. And of course, if you like this, don't forget to follow me for more great New York City stories.